Good morning, dear students. Today we are going to discuss lesson 3B, module 3, the title DIY. DIY short for do it yourself. D for do and I for it and you yourself. DIY refers to the activities you do it by yourself at home to decorate, paint, fix, or make things for your home instead of paying someone else to do them for you. Let's look at some examples for DIY, like remove stripped screws, paint a room like a pro, like the painter himself, the professional. Clean foggy headlights of your car, fix clogged sink, maybe after washing a lot of dishes and a lot of waste drops into the opening of your sink. It closed it, make it block the way for the water to move, so we call it clogged sink. How to fix it? Change your own oil, your car oil. Restore old tools. The right way to hang pictures on the wall. Learn to prune trees and bushes in your backyard, in the garden. To cut parts of the tree to make it grow better. Okay, and we have a lot of more examples you can know of DIY. So the question now: are you good at doing all of these? You must ask yourself: are you doing some of these? But you might ask me, why should I learn DIY? There are a lot of reasons that anyone should learn how to do the DIY. For example, number one, cost less money. DIY costs less money. Maybe some poor people who don't have enough money and they have some emergency in their homes. They can hire someone to do it, so they can do it by themselves. Number two, as you see, you might find some fun in doing DIYs. DIY, when you do it, you might find some fun, and as you know, whenever anyone achieves a goal or a target or doing something perfectly, he gets the feeling of greatness. This is excellent feeling that you accepted the challenge and you succeeded in doing something. So this another reason. What else? Maybe some people find when they retire after quit working after they reach 60 years old, they have nothing to do in their free time a lot of times, so they might kill their time by doing DIY. So, and a lot of reasons you can surf the internet to know these reasons. So I'd like you to look here at the picture here, and tell me, what do you guess the DIY here? Maybe they are doing what they are assembling or putting pieces of a piece of furniture, because as you see, pieces of wood, this a piece of furniture they are putting together. And I think you see the foam here, and you see this paper. What do you think this paper for? Whenever you buy a new device or a new piece of furniture that are in separated parts, after you buy them, when you go home, the first thing you think of how to make it work, if it's a kind of electronic device, or if it's a kind of furniture, how to put it together, the pieces of it together. So what's the most important thing? As you see this paper, what do you expect this? This is the instruction manual, piece of paper with instruction how to collect them together. Okay, so what do you think how many people can you see in the picture? 3. What are their names? Ali, Tom, and Bill. So now I'd like you to listen and tell me what's the main idea of this. What's the main idea of this conversation? Okay.
Put it down over there.
Need any help, guys?
I think we can manage by ourselves.
Okay.
Actually, can you turn that TV off? I can't hear myself think.
I'll turn the volume down a bit.
Can you turn the light on? We need more light in here.
Do it yourself. I'm reading my magazine.
Okay, I'll do it.
Right, let's read the instructions.
I can't be bothered. How difficult can it be to put together a bedside table?
You're right. It's a piece of cake. You just join these bits of wood together.
Okay, here are the screws.
Guys, I think you're missing something.
Leave it to us, Ali.
Yeah, you just read your magazine.
Whatever you say.
This can't be right. There are 4 holes on the top.
It's probably upside down. Let's turn it over.
Isn't it supposed to move around?
Don't push it like that. You'll scratch it.
Maybe those holes are where you attach the wheels.
He has a point.
Wheels? What wheels?
Take a look in the box.
Thanks, Ali. How did you know it needed wheels?
Because I'm clever. And there's an advert for it here in my magazine.
Okay, guys, as you see, what's the main idea? What's the main idea? I think the main idea here, they are putting a bedside table. You see, bedside table. They are putting the parts of it together. Was it difficult? Do you think it was difficult? At the beginning, do you think Bill, who's working? Bill and Tom. What about Ali? Why do you think Ali is not working? He's reading his magazine. You see. Do you think it was difficult for them to do it? According to Bill and Tom, it was simple, easy. How do you know? Find evidence that they think it was easy. Tom said, "I can't be bothered." How difficult can it be to put together a bedside table? Can be bothered here means I can spend too long time doing this simple task. But what about for Bill? How do you think? What's the evidence that shows that he thought it was so easy? He said it's a piece of cake. So the question now: Did Ali offer to help them? Yes, he offered. Did they agree? No. How do you know? Bill said, "I think we can manage by ourselves." So as you see, Bill wants to do it. Bill and Tom want to do it alone. What's the word that shows that they want to do it alone? By ourselves. You see, what do we call ourselves here? This is reflexive pronouns. Refers to whom? To we, the speakers, Tom and Bill. So the ourselves, this reflexive pronoun, I use it when I want to tell the listener that I'd like to do it alone without any help. Why ourselves? Why plural? Because we refers to we and we use by. Okay. The question now: What did Tom ask Ali to do? He asked him to turn the TV off. Oh, I'd like you to not turn the TV off. What do you guess? Why did Tom ask Ali to turn the TV off? Because he can't hear himself. I can't hear myself think. You see? What do you guess this expression? I can hear myself. I can't focus. You see, I can't focus. So what's myself here? Why do you think it's not selves like ourselves? Myself, it's another reflex pronoun. But here singular, so ends in self, not selves. So why do we use it here? I can't hear myself. We use it here because the doer, I, Tom, and the object are the same. I can't hear. Who can't hear? Who the doer of the verb here? I. Tom. Who the recipient? Hear what? Hear Tom. Myself. But when the doer and the recipient are the same, I use reflexive pronoun. Okay. Why myself? Because I. Myself refers to I. So whenever you find the doer and the recipient are the same thing or the same person, I use reflex pronoun. For example, I cut myself. Oh, who the doer? Who cut? I. I'm sorry. Soha cut herself. Who the doer? Soha. Who the recipient? Soha. So the recipient, the object, the person who was cut and the person who cut, both of them are Soha the same. So instead of saying Soha cut Soha, no, I say Soha cut herself. Okay, guys. So far, reflex pronoun ourselves and myself, we use reflex pronoun either number one to show that the doer wants to do something alone without any help, like we can manage by ourselves, or when the recipient and the doer are the same, one person or the same thing, we use like here, I can hear myself. So Tom asked Ali to turn the TV off. So you remember, look here, what could you guess what this means? Turn off. From the meaning, from the context here, it means, what do you remember the meaning of turn? Turn, it means to change direction, turn right, turn left, or move in a circle. But turn off here means to stop working, to stop functioning, to switch off. So as you see, turn has another meaning in this context. What changed the meaning of turn off? So what do we call the word that comes after a verb to change the meaning? We call it a particle. And we call the verb and the particle phrasal verb. So what's a phrasal verb? It's a multi-word verb. Multi-word, more than one word. It's a particle that comes after a verb to change the original meaning of the verb. Okay? And what do you notice here? Off comes not exactly after turn, it comes after the object. So what do we call turn off? We call it separable phrasal verb. Separable means you can put between the verb and the particle the object. Oh, that TV, I put it, and we are going to explain this later on. Did Ali turn it off? Did he? No, he just turned the volume down. You see? Turn another. What do you think is the volume? You know the volume? The volume is the level of sound of a radio or a TV. Okay, so turn down. Turn has the the meaning of turn means change direction. But here turn the volume down. Turn the sound down means reduce, make it lower. So another phrasal verb, turn down the particle, change the meaning of turn to be reduce, make it lower. Is it separable? Yeah, you see, because the volume comes between turn and down. Another, let's scan for all the meaning of turn. We have turn on, turn the light on. What does mean turn the light on? Means to make it work, switch on. Okay, make lights in the room, it's dark. So is it separable? Yes, turn the light on because the light between turn and on. طب do you have other turn here? Yes, we have. If you look here, turn it over. Oh, who said turn it over? Tom. Why? Because he thought that the bedside table is upside down. طب what made him think that it's upside down? Because there were 4 holes at the top, and 4 holes could be for the base. 4 holes, any 4 holes, guys. Whenever you have any device or piece of furniture or appliance with 4 holes, 4 holes should be down as a basement or a base for the appliance or the piece of furniture. Okay, and Bill said that can be right. There are 4 holes. So turnover means, what does it mean here? Over here, a particle comes after turn to change the meaning of turn. Turnover to make it upside down. You see, upside down. And is it separable? Yes, because it here between turn and over. Okay. What's the important thing that Bill thought of concerning the bedside table? That it should move around. It should move around. How did he test it to see if it moves or not? He pushed it. Why do you think Tom told him don't push it like that? Because he might scratch it. You see, scratch. So what could you guess? Scratch, what this means? Scratch when you heard the outer surface of something, the cover. You heard the cover damage the surface of something. You know the lion, when the lion comes at the door of a house, it scratches on the door with his paws, scratch to damage the surface of something. Could they solve the problem? Yes. Could they solve the problem of movement? Yes. How? Ali helped them. How did Ali help them? He told them the 4 holes where you attach the wheels. See the word attach? Attach means to join, to connect something. Okay. Did they believe Ali? Yes. How do you know? Tom said he has a point. He has a point. Okay, this is logical. 4 holes means 4 wheels. Excellent, guys. So do you think Ali helped them? Yes. How did he help? By telling them that the 4 holes for the 4 wheels. How did Ali know? Oh, he was reading in his magazine an advert about this topic. Okay, guys. So from now on, are you going to learn the DIY? Are you? Okay. Thank you, guys. Let's move to the. We have talked about phrasal verbs. Before we move to the phrasal verbs, I'd like you scan the passage. Find expression that means on your own. On your own here means no one will help you. So it will be by ourselves. I can't think because of noise. I need to focus. What's the expression? I can hear myself think. I don't want to spend time doing this. I can't be bothered. It's very easy. A piece of cake. His idea is right. He has a point. Okay. I think we have answered. Now prove. Read again. Find sense to prove the following. Tom and Bill believe they don't need Alice's help. We can manage by ourselves. The volume of the TV is too high. Can you turn it off? Turn the TV off. Ali doesn't want to turn on the lights. Do it yourself, I'm reading. The 2 boys decide not to use the instructions. Yeah, it's a piece of cake, can't be bothered. The two boys aren't sure of what they're doing. This can't be right. It's probably upside down. Let's turn it over. Is it supposed to move around? Uh, Tom and Bill hadn't noticed the wheels in the box. Wheels were wheels. Ali could see a picture of the bedside table all along. And there's an advert for it here in my magazine. Okay. As you see, we have, before we do this exercise, let's discuss some points concerning the phrasal verbs. So what's a phrasal verb? Phrasal verb, as we have told, do you know how to use verbs in phrases? Verbs in phrases like pick the kids up, turn the music down, look after my cat. You see? So phrasal verb, it's the verb that consists of more than one word, like pick up, turn down, look after. And we have discussed before that what do we call the word that comes after the verb, like up, down, after? We call them particles. So what's a particle? The particle, it's a word with no meaning or a little meaning. It has a grammatical purpose and it comes after the verb. And as you know, the particle changes the meaning of the verb, as we have discussed before. Let's move to this part. Look at these examples to see how the phrasal verbs are used. Number one, this is the form. Please, can you fill it in? Fill, the meaning of fill, like to put things in a container until the top, till it gets full at the top. This is fill in. This is fill. But here, fill in, what do you guess the meaning of fill in? The meaning of fill in here to complete all the information in the form, in the application. So what changed the meaning of fill? The particle in. Fill, the particle in changed the meaning of fill to be to complete the information, not to put things in another thing to fill it up. Number two, why are you bringing that argument up now? Why are you bringing that argument up now? Could you guess the meaning of bring up something? Bring the argument? It means to start talk about something. You see? So bring alone, the meaning of bring, to get something. To go to a place to get something and come back. But bring up, it means to start talking about something. So what changed the meaning of bring? The particle up, and bring up, now it's a phrasal verb. Fill in and bring up, fill in and bring up, both of them are phrasal verbs because they consist of verbs, fill and bring, plus particles in and up. But fill it in, bring that argument up. Is it separable? Yes, we call them separable. Why? Because we have the object between fill and it, the object it between fill and in. We have the argument, the object between bring and up. But look at number 3. Police are looking into connections between the two crimes. You know the meaning of look? Look, to use your eyes. This is eyesight. But look into here, it means examine the facts about a problem. You see? So what changed the meaning of look to be? What changed the meaning of look to be investigate or to examine here into? So that we have a new phrasal verb, look into. As you see, guys, do you think look into, is it separable? Can I say Police are looking connections into? No. This the other type of phrasal verb is what we call inseparable. Is what we call inseparable. You cannot put the object between the verb and the particle. Number 4, we need to come up with a solution. Here you notice that the phrasal verb more than 2 words. You see, come up with. We have 2 particles here, up and with. So come means to move from a place to come to your place. Okay? Come. But come up with here suggest a good idea. We need to come up, suggest ideas for as a solution. Is it separable? No. Most, and as you see, most multi-words verb that more than 2 words are inseparable. You can I say come a solution up with? No. Can I say come up a solution with? No. Just come up with a solution. Okay. So if we summarize this, phrasal verbs are very common in English, especially in more informal contexts. So we use phrasal verbs in spoken language. Why? To make it to make it shorter forms, to help us to be fluent at English. They are made up of a verb and a particle, or sometimes 2 particles. We have explained this. The particle often changes the meaning of the verb. Like here, I called Jen to see how she was. So what does mean call? To telephone. This normal meaning. But when I say they have called off the meeting, so call off here, cancel. So call, the meaning of call has completely, entirely changed. What changed the meaning of call? The particle off. I think we have explained separable and inseparable. Separable, like with separable phrasal verb, the verb and particle can be apart or together. Separable phrasal verb, the verb and the particle can be apart or together. Like they have called the meeting off. Here, called and off are apart, away from each other, because I put the object between them, the meeting. Or I can say they have called off the meeting. Both of them are right. However, separable phrasal verb must be separated when we use a pronoun. Like here. The meeting, they have called it off. Here I use the separable but with a pronoun, it. Can I say they have called off it? No, this is wrong. If you want to make call off inseparable, you must use the meeting. They have called off the meeting. But can I say they have called off it? They have called off it? No, this is wrong. They have called it off. Some common separable, as you see. I didn't want to bring the situation up at the meeting. I think we have discussed. Start talking, fill in. I'll pick you up from the station. Pick up means collect someone in a car, other vehicle to take them somewhere. Turn down, she turned the job down because she didn't want to move to Glasgow. Turn down here, reject, refuse, not accept, and offer. But what about non-separable? Some phrasal verb cannot be separated. Who looks after the baby? Can I say who looks the baby after? No, this is wrong. Even when there is a pronoun, the verb and particle remain together. Who looks after her? Can I say who looks her after? No. Here are some common non-separable verbs. As you see, I came across your email when I was cleaning my inbox. Come across to find something by accident, by chance. Suddenly, the caterpillar turned into a beautiful butterfly. So turn into become, change. Can I say the caterpillar turned a beautiful butterfly into? No, this is wrong. It was quite a major operation. Took months to get over it and feel normal again. If I get over, can I say to get it over? No, inseparable. You can't separate. You can't make get and over apart. The phrasal verb. So get over, recover from something. We are aware of the problem, and we are looking into it. I think we have explained to investigate. The last, I think we have covered all the points here. Let's go back to do the exercise here. Turn on, turn over, turn up, turn off, turn into, turn down, turn out. The car went out of control and spaced 3 times before it stopped in the middle of the road. So here
The car went out of control and turned over 3 times before it stopped in the middle of the road.
Okay, so as you see here, so what do you think?
The car went out of control and turned over 3 times before it stopped in the middle of the road.
Complete this with the 4 phrases in the book, then listen and check your answer.
The car went out of control. My dad wants to turn the garage into a gym.
You see how the car?
The car went out of control and turned over 3 times before it stopped in the middle of the road.
Okay, so as you see, turned over.
The car went out of control.
Turned over number 1. Okay, to be upside down. Listen to the
My
second.
dad wants to turn the garage into a gym.
So turn into, the second one, turn into, to make it become means to change or become. Let's listen to number 3. I'm sorry. Could you the TV space? I'd like to see the weather forecast for tomorrow. See, so turn, as you see, turn on, make it work. Quick, the volume. I want to hear that news story. One here, this means up, turn up the volume. Don't forget to the printer before you leave. Before you leave, you must turn it off. Speed turn that awful TV program. It's too loud. Too loud. You must turn down. Reduce the volume. The day to be warmer than we had expected. But turned out. Turned out. Appear. Appear. Okay. So I hope you have enjoyed my lesson today. Thank you so much. Till we meet again in other lessons. Thank you, guys. And please, you must interact. Send me questions, please. Send me comments, likes. I need your likes and your understand. I need you to interact with every single word. Put your likes, put your answers. Please interact, guys. Thank you so much. Goodbye.